It wasn't. It was annoying. But that's okay. I guess that's why they need to get off that.
Yesterday. I cut it by hand. It would just take too long to cut.
Then yes, you have to.
Blah blah blah.
How are you? Oh yeah, yeah. I was just on my way over. We're just at the ball now. Yeah. Oh, were you? Sorry, you were where?
Oh, you could sit in front of us.
On the range.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, range.
We don't have coffee there.
Well, and yeah, Lisa Moffat said she'd say hello. I saw her on LinkedIn. She's married to Scott Curtis. I didn't know she was at Edgar with you. Yeah.
Wow, another 2.5 hours.
No, but Mom's the story about you having the engine turned on the whole time driving home or something. Well, Mom knows it. Ask her. Mom will tell you. Okay. Okay. Bye. Enjoy.
Good afternoon and welcome to the game number 3 of the Under-23 Canadian Championships, featuring the Shallow Lake Sting versus the home New Hamburg Mustangs. The starting lineup for Shallow Lake, leading off, playing center field, number 4, Reese Martin. Batting second, catching, number 0, Vander Hartley. Batting third and pitching, number 8, Dre Howell. Batting cleanup, playing first base, number 11, Jackson Pegalo. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 12, Ben Redmond. Batting sixth, at shortstop, number 14, Jack Cowell. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 27, Derek Hartley. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 23, Isaac McInnes. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 13, Ty Franklin. For the home New Hamburg Mustangs, batting first, the center fielder, number 9, Colby Ricketts. Batting second, the left fielder, number 44, Caden Eichler. Batting third, second baseman, number 3, Ben Dom. Batting cleanup, first baseman, number 65, Cohen Christner. Batting fifth, catching, number 51, Matt Van de Winkle. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 8, Sam Diamond. Batting seventh and pitching, number 14, Sean Demaray. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 19, Aiden Clute. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 6, Felix Isaac Bender. starting battery for New Hamburg. Pitching, number 14, Sean Demarest. Catching, number 51, Matt Vanderwinkle.
Alright, how best to celebrate summer? By being outdoors and enjoying the outdoor activities. We are live at Peter Hallman Ballpark here in Kitchener to witness the games that have been played. I mean, the Canadian Fast Pitch Championship holds from today, Monday, up until Sunday, and we're having 3 major tournaments. We have the ON23, we have the Masters, and the Men's. Come on, if you have some time, come out and watch in person. Otherwise, you can catch all the fun details, all the highlights and interviews for sure, live on CCDTV on our website and also on YouTube. The channel to go to is ccdtv.ca.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Peter Hallman Ball Yard for game number 3 of Softball Canada's U23 Fastball Championship. It's being put on by Kitchener Fastball Promotions, and our broadcast today, live stream, is courtesy of CCDTV, the good folks of Conestoga. This is Shallow Lake against New Hamburg. Starting pitcher for New Hamburg will be Sean Demarest. He fires a ball to the leadoff hitter, Reese Martin. And very quickly, Martin's got 2 balls. Demarest getting the start for New Hamburg. Dre Howell will get the start for the Shallow Lake Sting today. 2 balls, no strikes. And very quickly, it's 3-0 on the leadoff hitter for the Shallow Lake Sting. This is number 8, Reese Martin. Pardon me, Martin is the center fielder wearing jersey number 4. Got my numbers mixed up. I'm Fred Wallace along with Bill Page.
Tell you one thing, Fred. New Hamburg's got some pretty flashy uniforms, don't you think?
New Hamburg wearing the dark uniforms today, Shallow Lake in the white. Bill and I are just coming off a very exciting opening game of this tournament. We'll talk about that as we go along. 3-1.
I would say that opening game comes under the heading of shocker.
Now this game just getting underway. We do have a final. Delisle defeating Tavistock 5-3 in extra innings. Meanwhile, at number 2 diamond, and Martin gets called out on strikes.
Don't think he liked it either.
That brings Lander Hartley to the plate, the catcher for Shallow Lake. On the 2nd diamond here at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard, in the bottom of the 4th inning, Quebec is leading the defending champions, the Monroe Mariners, by a score of 2-0. We'll keep you up to date on that score as we go along. 1 down, top of the 1st inning, Shallow Lake in white against the New Hamburg squad. Change up and a swing through. Sean Demarest, number 14, gets the start for New Hamburg. In against Lander Hartley, catcher for the Sting. 1 away, top of the 1st inning. Very quickly, 2 strikes.
And Sean is a pretty tall guy.
We've noticed
had
that
some tall pitchers today.
Nate Ronning in the opening game for Tavistock, tall. His replacement, Reese Yancey, tall and sturdy. And there's strike 3. So 2 strikeouts back-to-back, both looking. And Demarest off to a very good start for the New Hamburg Mustangs.
Batting with 2 out, the pitcher, number 8. Dre
He's not a
Howell.
flamethrower like we've seen, but he's putting them across.
Dre Howell batting 3rd for Shallow Lake. He's the starting pitcher. He stands in against Demarest. First appearance for both teams. Both teams will have games coming up. Demarest delivers. got the change going. Gets that in for a strike. Nobody on, 2 out, top of the first inning, game number 3 of the U23 tournament. That one's taken for a ball by Howell.
So his delivery on both the changeup and that fastball, almost identical, Fred. You know, in terms of the arm speed and everything.
Howell deep in the batter's box. Demarest sets, goes to his waist, fires one low and outside. This is our third look at an Ontario team, or the third Ontario teams that we're seeing. We saw the host team Tavistock in game number 1 today go down in extra innings by a score of 5-3. Shallow Lake, Ontario against New Hamburg, Ontario in this matchup. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Very quickly gets it across and not in time.
So that ball was bounced off the ground, and shortstop had to wait and wait and wait and wait for it to come down. And by that time, runner had crossed first base.
The aptly named for baseball, Sam Diamond, is the shortstop for New Hamburg. And like you say, Bill, by the time the ball came down, Howell was well on his way to first base.
Yeah.
Howell at first, 2 away. This is the cleanup hitter. First baseman, number 11, Jackson Pegalo. Takes the changeup for a strike.
First baseman, number 11, Jackson Pegalo.
That's a tough pitch to read.
New Hamburg, technically Ontario number 2. Shallow Lake, technically Ontario number 3. And had lots of zip on that for another strike. So Pegalo is down 2 strikes. Reached at that one, struck out the side, but yielded the infield hit. 2 strikeouts looking, 1 swinging, Pegalo, and Shallow Lake is gone in the first inning. No runs on 1 hit. For New Hamburg, due up in the bottom of the first inning, will be Colby Ricketts, Caden Eichler, and Ben Dom. Bill, let's backtrack and talk about that first game today. Delisle coming from behind to beat Tavistock.
Oh. Well, there were 2 turning points in that game. One, of course, was the almost home run, almost out of the park home run that they hit in the 6th, which became an inside the park home run, and which was pretty exciting. I mean, that's, again, I pointed out to you, of all the games I've watched here at Peter Hallman, I have never, ever seen that at any level. Well, then in the bottom of the 7th, when he clobbered that one over left, which I think you and I would agree probably had some help from those flags out there.
Certainly the way the wind is blowing, Bill.
The wind's blowing across from the right field corner to the left field corner, and he got that ball up there. We'll call it the Peter Hallman jet stream, and away it went.
So Tom Norris with a pinch hit inside the park home run to tie the game, send it to extra innings, and then with 2 on in extra innings, Davis Laskowski hits the 3-run homer to turn a 2-3 game into a 5-3 win. And Delisle, who was on the verge of being 0-1 all day, they go to 1-0, and the Pride will play again at 5:30 this afternoon when the Ontario 1 seed, the Rostock Junior Batmen, make their debut. As for Tavistock, the host team, they'll be back here on Diamond 1 at 6:15 against Team Quebec. Right now, Quebec is leading the DC Monroe Mariners of Newfoundland by a score of 2-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Monroe Mariners are the defending champions, having won this event just last year.
So we don't see too many walk-offs. But, boy, that was a beauty. That was just a beauty.
Little bit of drama to get things going here in the tournament. This is game number 3 of 7 on day number 1. Again, Delisle 1-0 after winning 5-3 in extra innings over Tavistock. Game number 2 is taking place on diamond number 2. EC Quebec leading Monroe, Newfoundland 2-0 in the top of the 6th inning.
But as we know, a 2-0 lead.
Dre Howell fires ball 1. Colby Ricketts is the batter, center fielder for New Hamburg. Howell also pretty lanky as well. There's a lot of zip on that one.
Wow.
Thanks, Trevor. Trevor was our assistant and lineup guy for game number 1. This one is well smacked to right field.
That's
going
going to
way
go.
back.
That's going to go.
A leadoff home run for Colby Ricketts, and New Hamburg is off to a 1-0 lead.
Boy, oh boy.
Not only did it clear the right field fence, it cleared the tent in right field.
Some guy out there having a beer. If it ever hit the tent, it would scare him.
Incoming. Wind not a factor in one way, shape, or form, but again, as you mentioned, Bill, the wind is going from the right field side to the left field side. Wasn't a factor at all. That brings Caden Eichler to the plate. Eichler is the left fielder for New Hamburg, who lead 1-0. Fouls it off.
Well, hitting it out there, Fred, the wind could very well have just hung it up as opposed to carry it.
But it was very apparent in right field for Shallow Lake. That's Ben Redmond. And Ben has let lots of space in behind him, and he was running at full tilt back to the fence and still was not within 40 yards of it. Strike 2, Howell firing there.
And of course, that's the tip-off. You watch the fielder, and he was going and going and going, and the ball was going and going and going.
It was still hanging up there. Howell looking for his first out, and he gets it. Ball is dropped by Hartley, and he fires off to first. So a first strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. Lander Hartley managed to recover very nicely there behind the plate. One away, that brings first baseman Ben Dom to the plate for New Hamburg. They lead it by a score of 1-0 here in the very early going of Game 3 at Softball Canada's U23 event. Howell's pitch is high. Dom, a lefty swinger. Interestingly, the shortstop playing deeper than the second baseman on the infield. Although the shortstop moving in now gets a running start.
Strange, yes.
Howell gets into his set, delivers, that's fouled off.
Interesting too, the first game, although all the pitchers basically have a very similar kind of a windup where they lean way back, but it's interesting to watch the subtle differences between each pitcher and how they make that final delivery.
Howell fires this one just outside.
Some of them also have a little bit of a different hop. Just
you can see Howell on his right leg has already dusted up the pant leg.
Yep.
Sets at the belt, jumps, and there's one dropped into center field. Here comes Cohen Christner. Batting now for New Hamburg. They lead at 1-0. One away, bottom of the first inning. Runner at first base is Ben Dom. Called strike 1. Cleanup hitter. Christner, their first baseman, number 65. On deck is number 51, Matt Van de Wytnicker. Slammed through the left side. So back-to-back singles by Dom and then Christner have put runners at first and second with just one out. Here is the catcher, Matt Van de Waneker. And we're going to have a conference in the pitching circle. Lander Hartley now having a discussion with the umpire.
Matt Van de Winkle.
So we don't have a conference in the circle. Van de Waneker comes to the plate for New Hamburg with a runner in scoring position, 2 men on and just 1 man out. Howell delivers. High for ball 1. One ball, and this is fouled away. Little late on the swing. Evens the count at 1-1.
Interesting, in our program, we have 2 Van de Winkels. 2 brothers, obviously, Matthew and Braden.
This being Matthew with a 1-1 count on him. Catching for New Hamburg today. And he slams one well into center field, over the head of the center fielder, off the fence. That's going to score 1. Here comes the second run, and a 1-out double drives in 2, and it's 3-0 for New Hamburg.
So we have a slightly different game going than the first one.
For New Hamburg, a leadoff home run by Colby Ricketts, a strikeout, and then Dom singled, Christner singled, and Matt Van de Waneker hammers a 2-run double, and it's 3-0 for New Hamburg in the first inning. Here's number 8, Sam Diamond, the shortstop. Swing and a miss. Shallow Lake trying to limit the damage, but the potential exists that this could be a very, very rough start for Shallow Lake in the opening inning of the tournament.
Absolutely.
1 strike pitch, 2 strikes. Diamond batting 6th in the order. Bottom 1, 3-0 New Hamburg already with New Hamburg at the plate. This one is grounded to the shortstop, and he boots it.
E6.
Shortstop for the Sting, Jack Kibble, had some difficulty with that one. And so it's runners at first and second with 1 out. 3-0 New Hamburg leading, and here comes your pitcher, Sean Demarest.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 14, Sean Demarest.
Pitcher against pitcher matchup. We did not see that in the first game. None of the pitchers for either Delisle or Tavistock took their swings at the plate. Strike 1 for Howell. Howell leans back, trying to retire his counterpart. Gets a foul ball for strike 2. For New Hamburg, in this first inning, they have 4 hits. Home run, single, single, double. At second base is Matt Van de Waneker. At first base, Sam Diamond. Demarest at the plate. Kind of like that if you're the pitcher, Bill. You throw a scoreless first inning or first half inning, and your team stakes you to a 3-0 lead and threatens for more.
Well, especially in fastball. A 3-0 lead. Kadam there.
So Demarest goes down swinging. That brings number 19, the right fielder, Aiden Cloet, to the plate.
Right fielder, number 19, Aiden.
It's a huge lead. Now, we can say it's early, but still.
I know we've already...
That's a big lead.
You don't want to fall behind, obviously. We have a new runner coming into first base, or pardon me, into second base. That's number 65 for New Hamburg, Cohen Christner. Christner has already scored once in the ball game, running for the catcher at second base with 2 out. Strike 1 on Cloet. Aiden is the right fielder. Felixbert Bender is batting ninth. So will New Hamburg have a bat around inning here, or will Howell limit the damage? Way high, strike. Dre Howell has struck out Caden Eichler and Sean Demarest, trying to make it striking out the side. Time called by the batter. Two Ontario teams in action. We have teams virtually right across the country participating in the 3 tournaments this week. So wherever you happen to be watching, thanks for joining us. There's a ball.
And he swung wildly at the last one, so the pitcher probably thought, okay, I'm going to try it again.
Let's put this one out there. Very quickly, 3-0 New Hamburg leading Shallow Lake. Bottom of the first inning in game number 3 of Softball Canada's U23. Change-up, got him.
Yep.
So Dre Howell struck out the side, but he was touched for 3 runs, gave up 4 hits, and after 1 inning of play, the Shallow Lake Sting coming to the plate in the top of the second, trailing by a score of 3-0. Earlier today, Bill and I were watching game number 1. It went 8 innings. The Delisle Pride from Saskatchewan moved to 1-0 by beating the Tavistock Merchants 5-3 in come-from-behind fashion. After 5 innings, in game number 2, Quebec, or Equipe Quebec, has a 2-0 lead on the defending champions, the Monroe Mariners, and again, that's after 5 complete innings. Game number 3 well underway, Bill. 2 Ontario teams. That'll be followed by another game on diamond number 2. Ontario 1, the Rostock Batmen, will go against the Delisle Pride, and again the Pride looking for maybe what might be an improbable 2-0 start.
And they're probably gave them a big lift in that game 1 when they came from behind to tie it in an exciting fashion inside the park home run. And then, of course, finished it off in the 8th with a 3-run shot.
Bill and I have mentioned this is one of 3 tournaments that are running concurrently for Softball Canada. Stepping in for Shallow Lake is Ben Redmond, the right fielder, who watched that long bomb home run, and he takes a ball. And now, did we have an illegal pitch?
He certainly was out of that circle.
This is something that bogs down the Softball Canada events, and the New Hamburg manager is going to come out and get the interpretation from the umpire. But I've been to enough of these tournaments based at Duncan McClellan Park in Owen Sound where the first pitch of the tournament leads to a discussion over what's illegal and what's an illegal, what is legal and what is illegal in terms of being a pitch.
Well, let's watch this pitch.
Nobody out. Ben Redmond leading off for Shallow Lake. They're down 3-0. Didn't see anything overtly wrong with that, but then again, I'm not an expert in this.
I think it has something to do, obviously, with the back foot. And maybe his back foot on that first pitch was too far.
Demarest delivers. And I think that was called illegal, because it looks like the call was made before the ball crossed the plate.
So maybe, Fred, does the back foot have to be grounded when he delivers the pitch?
Once again, Bill, there's lots of questions to be answered that you and I, as novice broadcasters in softball, are trying to find. So again, another illegal pitch.
Okay. Have to get Bernie or somebody up here to ask.
Yeah. If anybody knows the pitching rule, you can always email us and let us know. The manager for New Hamburg has come out to home plate. So it looks to be they're discussing where on the rubber he's situated, which I think as long as you've got your foot on the rubber, you're good. What we should do, Bill, is run right down to home plate and see what the discussion is. But again, if there's anything that bogs this tournament down and this level of play down, it's what is determined to be legal and what is determined to be illegal. And like I said, over the course of more than 20 years, seeing various tournaments of every level, every age bracket, every gender in Owen Sound, you sometimes don't get beyond the first game. Now, we did make it to the second inning of game number 2 before we ran into the issues. That brings Jack Kibble to the plate. He's the shortstop. And this one is wild.
Whoa. Maybe somebody's
All right,
in this.
Jamie Simpson. All right. So Jamie Simpson with a long history of fastball. He says he's jumping out of the chute is the description from Jamie. And we thank Jamie for watching today.
Okay.
The Simpson name is synonymous with fastball. Jamie would be at least the third generation of the Simpsons. His grandfather Lloyd was famous in the circle, and his father Bill, now in his 80s, ran fastball for a long, long time. So thanks for Jamie for the update. And it looks like Jamie's sending us a little bit more of a message here from Sean Demarest. This one is popped up by Kibble. Moving in as the first baseman, making the catch, that's Cohen Christner. One away, Derek Hartley comes to the plate now. He plays third base for Shallow Lake. Front leg landing outside of the chute is the description from Jamie Simpson.
Well, as we pointed out in the last game, the circle is gone in front.
Now
But
batting
I guess
third baseman number 27.
in theory,
Derek Hartley.
it's still there.
Jamie's probably at a ballpark or about to go to a ballpark somewhere, so maybe we can get him to come and give us the expert. But we thank him for the text and for getting us up to date here. Thanks, Jamie.
On that last, there was a pitch right there, that front foot, in my opinion, don't have the greatest angle. That front foot is beyond the circle.
Our game on diamond number 2 is now tied up. The defending champions from Newfoundland, the Monroe Mariners, have scored twice in the top of the 6th, and they've squared the game with Quebec. This is game number 3. 3-0 New Hamburg leading.
Maybe we'll get a second email and go into a little more detail.
But that's Jamie's description, and he pitched for an awful lot of years and now is in coaching and coordinating fastball, so I appreciate the assistance here, Jamie. Demarest with one away, runner at second, that's Ben Redmond. Fires a strike to Derek Hartley. Hartley batting 7th in the lineup for the Shallow Lake Sting. Isaac McGinnis is due up next for Shallow Lake. The Sting trying to put something on the board, down by 3 here in the top of the 2nd. Outside. Demarest toes the rubber. Looks in at Derek Hartley. And Hartley swings and misses. So for Demarest, 4 strikeouts on the ball game.
Batting with 2 out, the left fielder number 23, Isaac McInnes.
That brings Isaac McGinnis to the plate, left fielder for Shallow Lake, trying to get something going here with his team down by 3 and a runner in scoring position. Demarest leans back. There's a ball that's high. Actually, looking over at diamond number 2, there's a lot of activity taking place in the 6th. The Monroe Mariners have scored 4 times to turn an 0-2 deficit into a 4-2 lead. This is fouled off by McGinnis. And so Demarest, with all the controversy of what is and what isn't a legal pitch, now has a chance to stymie Shallow Lake and put up another scoreless frame.
4 runs in 1 inning.
Nice bunt, and he fouls it off.
That's huge. And of course, late. 2-0, well into the 6th there, I believe.
1 out in the game number 2. Monroe threatening with a runner at first as well. We want to thank Game Changer for all of their support, technically and otherwise. This is game number 3 that we're watching. Shallow Lake down 3-0. And there it is, a strikeout, 5th of the ball game for Demarest. And so Shallow Lake, who had a runner on, are now scoreless after 2 innings. So here it is from Jamie Simpson. He said that Demarest was jumping out of the chute. That's the front leg landing outside of the chute. The back leg or drag leg does not matter. The front landing leg is supposed to be relatively close to in between if you drew lines on each side of the slab to home plate.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So we would draw 2 parallel lines intersecting with the slab, and what Demarest was doing, according to Jamie Simpson's view, is that he was jumping outside of those 2 lines.
The slab being the runner, or the rubber.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say rubber, Jamie said slab.
Yeah, well, maybe a different terminology in fastball. So.
Nice message from Jamie Simpson.
Okay.
So thanks, Jamie. Appreciate that.
That's great. Actually, it clarifies it. Because he was definitely, on those early pitches in the inning, he was definitely way to his left when he finished delivering the baseball.
And the educational process continues for you and I, Bill. But like I say, there's probably 15 different ways to throw an illegal pitch. And I first saw a Softball Canada event probably in 2002. So that's 23 years ago. And the number of times that very early in the tournament, this has become something that bogs down the progression of the game is frequent. And it's unfortunate in my view. Back to the ball game. Felix Bert Bender is the batter for New Hamburg, third baseman. His team has a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd. Takes a strike for strike 1.
So by the end of this, Fred, we won't be smart. We'll just be smarter.
This one is fouled away. Again, without overdoing it, we're watching the game between Monroe Mariners and Equipe Quebec. Falling behind 2-0, the Mariners now have a 5-2 lead and are still batting in the 6th inning with 2 out. Which is the beauty of the Peter Hallman ball yard, in that there are 3 diamonds here, plus Bud Park, which will be utilized over the course of the week. Tapped to third,
Wow.
Scooped, and fired to third with a good arm there. Nicely done by the third baseman for Shallow Lake, Derek Hartley, to get the putout. That had some zip on it.
It sure did. And interesting the way the batter just took more or less a half swing there,
Number 9, Colby.
intentionally trying to hit it down to third base.
Here comes Colby Ricketts, the center fielder for New Hamburg, led off the bottom of the 1st inning with a home run. That was the first of 3 runs that New Hamburg would get in that 1st inning. 3-0 is our score, bottom of the 2nd, 1 away, and Ricketts isn't sending that one anywhere.
So now watching the pitcher here, he's dead center when he comes out of the chute, to use the terminology if you watch him.
Strike 2. The inning is over on Hallman number 2. The defending champion Monroe Mariners put up 5 in the top of the 6th inning. They lead Quebec 5-2 in Game 2. In Game 1 of the Under-23, the Delisle Pride out of Saskatchewan came from behind to beat Tavistock in extra innings by a count of 5-3. Very quickly, 2 out for Dre Howell. For Howell, he's retired 5 batters, 4 of them by strikeout, 3 swinging, and then in that case, Ricketts was looking. That brings the left fielder, Caden Eichler, to the plate. Eichler was the first strikeout victim for Dre Howell. Nobody on, 2 away. Bottom of the 2nd inning. swing through.
Pretty good heat on that.
Do you get the impression that Dre has found himself here?
Well, he's throwing strikes. And when you're throwing strikes, you're putting an awful lot of pressure on the batter.
Fouled off. Hartley didn't squeeze it, but no matter, it's strike 2. Landers seems to be all right as he wipes down the ball. And we'll see if this is a quick inning for the Sting. New Hamburg put up 3 in the first. They had 4 hits, the biggest being the solo home run. Second biggest, 2-run double by Matt Van de Weineker. Howell looking to set them down.
And I think he just did.
And he did. 5 strikeouts on the game for Dre Howell. For New Hamburg, no runs on no hits that inning. They lead at 3-0 as we go to the 3rd inning.
For New Hamburg in the bottom half of the 2nd inning, there was
5-2, Monroe leading over Quebec on Diamond 2. Coming up on Diamond number 2 at approximately 5:30 this afternoon, about 30 minutes time, the Rostock Junior Batmen, who are Ontario 1, if you're following on that schedule, or the number 1 Ontario team. They'll go against the Delisle Pride, who are 1-0 after their 5-3 victory. And now suddenly you start to get into these permutations, Bill.
And again, when we've talked about Saskatchewan Delisle a lot, but
leading off for Shallow
if
Lake
they're able to
in the
yank out
top half
another
of the
win
3rd inning. Second baseman
in game 2, wow.
Top of the 3rd inning, due up for Shallow Lake, Ty Franklin, the second baseman. He'll be followed by center fielder Reese Martin and by the catcher Lander Hartley. Shallow Lake down 3-0 here in the 3rd inning. We want to thank Kitchener Fastball Promotions. Today has gone very, very nicely, and I think that's just a testament to how much work goes in preparation for this ballpark and this tournament. And it's not just one tournament. Kurt Lachenbauer and his group, Bernie Burnett, just some of the people that are involved in this tournament. So we'll be watching Sean Demarest here, and we're drawing with our eyes 2 parallel lines on each side of the slab to see if he stays within it on his pitch. Bunt there, nicely laid down. Demarest gets it over to the second baseman, nicely fielded. Demarest on the pitch across to the second baseman, Ben Dahm, who did a really good job covering. To the top of the Shallow Lake order, Reese Martin will come to the plate, 0 for 1, struck out looking to lead off the game.
Batting with 1 out, we're back to the top of the order. Number
No
4,
question,
Reese Martin.
pitcher is staying right dead center on that shoot, as the saying goes.
Yeah. So when he does his hop, he does jump a little bit to his left, or he did there.
Slightly, yes.
But the key question is, does he stay inside those lines to deliver the pitch? Called strike.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. I think he's conscious of the fact that he got called on it, what, twice?
Yeah.
In that other inning, so.
The walk that was delivered to Ben Redmond was almost all illegal pitches.
Yeah.
It's too bright. Close.
So Martin trying to get something going with 1 out here for Shallow Lake in the top of the 3rd inning.
Okay.
Called strike. And again, somebody with more technical knowledge than I do on the mechanics of pitching can explain to me at some point how jumping one way or the other outside of the chute is viewed as an advantage to the pitcher. I don't know. I don't understand that. So somebody with more knowledge can clue me in. So Jamie, if you're still on, if you're still on the text line, let us know. Martin still at the plate, trying to get on base here, get something going for Shallow Lake. Takes that for a ball.
And as he explained to us in his first email, the back leg means nothing. So when we questioned whether the back leg did mean anything, he straightened us out on that one.
I got to go to a rules seminar sometime. Martin digs in, gets it on the ground, and again, this is Dom, and he makes a nice play, 4-3, over to the first baseman, Christner. 2 away, the catcher, Lander Hartley, coming to the plate, 0 for 1 after striking out in the top of the first inning.
So I don't think we need to be watching that really too much longer. The he's on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he won't be consulting us, Fred.
I'm having enough trouble, Bill. I can't speak for you. And not just with pitching. I want to do a shout out to all of the volunteers too for Kitchener Fastball Promotions. Done a great job here. Always have. You and I are drinking out of beverages that are from the 2018 ISC Championship.
Yes.
Which is coming back a year from now, is it not?
Yes, it is.
2 away, catcher Lander Hartley to the plate. Top of the third inning, Shallow Lake at the plate, down 3-0. And Hartley got lots on it, but it was foul. Demarest has retired everybody except the pitcher, Dre Howell, who got a single off him, and the intentional walk to Ben Redmond. Hartley trying to get something going here. Takes that one for a ball. They are through 6 innings on diamond number 2. Monroe Mariners out of Newfoundland, the defending champions, coming to the plate with a 5-2 lead in the top of the 7th. Ground ball by Hartley, fielded nicely by the shortstop, gets it over to Christner. Shortstop is Sam Diamond, and he makes a nice play, 6-3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Shallow Lake, who are scoreless after 3 innings with just 1 hit, 2 base runners. So once again, just going to diamond number 2, top of the 7th. Monroe at the plate, leading 5-2, looking to go to 1-0. Monroe, after this ball game, will play again tonight at 7:45, again on diamond 2, when they go against the New Hamburg Mustangs. So based on the way games 2 and 3 are unfolding, that's becoming a very pivotal early game. As for Equipe Quebec, trailing 5-2 in their opening game, they will play here in the next game at approximately 6:15 when they go against the Tavistock Merchants. So that too shaping up to be a pivotal early game. 7 teams in this tournament, Bill. 6 make the playoffs.
And again, we'll go back to the importance of the first game, like Tavistock.
Leading off for New Hampshire
Talk
in the
about
bottom
a
half
kick in
of
the
third
head
inning, number 3, Ben
with
Dahl.
that walk-off win. And so they have to regroup. And now Quebec, unless things fall apart for the Newfoundlanders, Quebec will be coming in. Well, it'll be 2 teams with each with a loss.
Mm-hmm. And for Tavistock, it'll be interesting to see how they react to that.
Yes.
They had 20 out of 21 conceivable outs for a victory and lost it when they couldn't get out number 21, and that was the inside the park solo home run by pinch hitter Tom Norris.
Yeah.
So a lot of drama. Bottom of the third inning here in game number 3 of Softball Canada's U23, put on by the Kitchener Fastball Promotion. Ben Dom, who's been busy at second base, will lead it off for New Hamburg. Again, Bill, as we've been mentioning, we do have a men's tournament that starts tomorrow and also a Masters tournament on the go.
Yes. Yeah. So there's lots happening here. The Parks people are going to be busy.
Well, like we've
for
been
sure.
saying, it's a great facility, extremely easy to get to.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I went the interior route to get here. I went 85-7, then on to Ottawa, because I know where the Kitchener Auditorium is,
Yeah.
along Cortland to Hayward. Boom, you're at the ballpark.
Yeah. It's pretty easy.
Ben Dom leading off for New Hamburg in the bottom of the third inning. They lead it 3-0. Dom is 1 for 1. He's batting third in the lineup, had a single and scored in the first inning, scoring on the 2-run double by the catcher, Matt Van de Weineker. Howell delivers. That one's high. Dom, Christner, and Van de Weineker, who have 3 of the 4 hits for New Hamburg in this ball game, will bat 1, 2, and 3 in this inning.
So we have men's Masters tomorrow and men's. Men's starts tomorrow as well with 1 game in the evening.
Yeah, a lot of excitement building over the course of time. Again, the under-23 tournament will climax Thursday with the playoff round and Friday with the championship game. This one is sliced into left field, and that's going to go through the left fielder.
Through the wickets.
So Dom with a single, and we'll go to third on the error.
Yep, 2-base error.
That brings Cohen Christner to the plate, and he too is 1 for 1 with a run scored in the game. Solid hit, no question. The spin eluded the left fielder for Shallow Lake. That's Isaac McGinnis, and somehow got through him. Christner stands in, looking to give his team a little bit of pile-on here. They lead at 3-0, nobody out, and he swings at strike 1.
Yeah, the hit's one thing, Fred, but
Christner.
the hit, I mean, it hit the ground way in front of that left fielder, so he had plenty of time to field it properly, and it just went, like I said, right through the wickets. And that,
I don't know that we have exit velocity on these kind of hits the way they do in all the ramifications of Major League Baseball, but that was struck well. But I still think the old adage, get your body in front of it, is
Yep.
key.
yeah.
Christner looks at this one, which is low and inside.
And he did. Like I said, he did. It just went zip,
Found the
as
5
they
hole.
would say in hockey, through the 5-hole.
First baseman Christner up for New Hamburg. They lead at 3-0, threatening with more. This is fouled off for strike 2.
Looking at some of these names here on the men's side, Waterdown, Toronto Batmen, Saskatoon Jacks, Toronto Batmen again, Hallman Cubs, that's Jim Hallman's team, Saskatoon Jacks again, East Haunts Mastodons. Don't know what East Haunts is.
Nova Scotia. They've had great fastball through the years, but I can say I've seen the Mastodons play both at the men's level and at what was then the junior level. Now you'd call it U23.
Souk Loggers.
That's out of British Columbia.
Okay, it sounds, yeah, Loggers. Okay. And the Mixburg Twins.
Okay, they're Ontario. This one is cranked into left field. McGinnis,
It's an easy fly ball.
he's
Yep.
got that one. Tagged up, though. Sacrifice RBI.
Yep.
So it's a 4-0 game now, as Dom has scored twice, accounting for half the runs that the New Hamburg Mustangs have put up. One away, Matt Van de Weineker is coming to the plate. He had a 2-run double in the bottom of the first inning to stake New Hamburg to the 3-0 lead. Nobody on, one away. 4-0 ball game. Ground ball. Howell will field it and fire it to first base.
Boy, did he ever.
That had some zip.
But he fielded it very well because it took a bit of a high hop, and he got his glove in front of it and took a bounce off the ground, and boom.
If Jackson Pegalo didn't come up with that, he either was going to have a black eye or the ball was going to end up in Waterloo. 2 away. Sam Diamond, the shortstop now for New Hamburg. 4-0 lead. 2 away. Bottom of the third inning.
Not to make you feel bad, Fred, but that ball wouldn't have ended up in Waterloo. It would have ended up in Cambridge.
Cambridge, okay.
Okay,
My-
just so you know.
Cambridge is that way. Where's
No,
Waterloo?
Cambridge is that way.
Okay.
Waterloo is that way.
Okay. This is popped way up. Hartley can't find it. And coming in is the third baseman. A long,
play.
long run.
Nice play.
Well, that was an excellent play turned in by number 27, Derek Hartley, because Lander Hartley knew it was up there but had no idea where.
Well, and when you think about it, given the angle, I mean, the first baseman was coming in, but he had a long way to go. And the third baseman had the best angle to understand and know that it was going to be playable.
And just as an example of how high that ball was, or an illustration of how high that ball was, look at the distance that Hartley covered to cover for Hartley.
No question. It was well above the backstop.
You were talking earlier about two Van de Weinekers in the game. We've got two Hartleys in the game, which reminds me of I did a lot of years of OHL hockey for the Owen Sound team. There was a night the Platers of the day were playing in Belleville, and I had Peter Campbell, Adam Campbell, Corey Campbell, and Derek Campbell. So I had 4 Campbells in the game.
Not necessarily related.
No, definitely not related. 2 on each team. We go to the 4th inning. It's the Shallow Lake Sting coming to the plate, trailing 4-0 here in game number 3. Ben Dom has scored twice for New Hamburg to this point. Solo home run for Colby Ricketts, and the other run, Cohen Christner, accounting for that. For Shallow Lake, through 3, no runs and just 1 hit. That belongs to Dre Howell. Howell is at the plate now, the starting pitcher for the Sting, and he'll lead it off. Swing and a miss. Just checking again on Diamond 2. Bottom of the 7th inning. Quebec at the plate, trailing 5-2. The defending champion Monroe Mariners out of Newfoundland, who were down 2-0 into the 5th, put up 5 and have the lead and are looking to nail that down to go to 1-0. Sean Demarest fires. Howell has hit it again. And it gets off the left fielder and comes down. So how are you scoring that, Bill?
Well, I think he misjudged it. So it's more of a mental error than anything. And so I'd have to give him a hit.
Okay. Caden Eichler is the left fielder for New Hamburg. Got his glove on it, but
he took the wrong route to the ball. And but the official score, he might be a little more.
Well, I'll go with you. And we've got 2 hits in the game for Shallow Lake, both of them by their pitcher, Dre Howell. Here's Jackson Pegalo.
But we're talking about wind. You know, we've talked about wind for the last couple of games. Now, there's a ball that could very well have just been carrying and carrying. And when he first lined it up, he thought he was on it.
Some spin on it as well, too. The softball, unlike the baseball, has more spin to it, I believe.
Yeah. So it just kept going, and far enough that what he thought he had judged correctly, he was off by a couple of steps.
Second time that Shallow Lake's got a runner to second. In the 2nd inning, Ben Redmond, who got an intentional walk, got to second on a wild pitch. Howell is standing at second now as Shallow Lake tries to get something mustered here in the top of the 4th inning. They trail by 4. It's 4-0. Called strike. Quebec has scored to make it 5-3 in the bottom of the 7th.
How many out?
1 away. And Pegalo works a walk. So that's the 2nd walk in the game for Demarest. And that brings Ben Redmond to the plate. Ben was the beneficiary of the illegal pitches in the 2nd inning. He walked and went to second on the wild pitch. Nobody out, 2 on, top of the 4th inning. Fouled away. Again, Shallow Lake making their tournament debut. They'll play again tonight, again here on Diamond 1 at 8:15 against the Rostock Junior Batmen. The Junior Batmen are due to play following the Quebec Monroe game. That's taken for a ball.
You can tell when the pitcher slows it down that he's just not quite comfortable.
And it's lifted. The shortstop, Diamond, goes over and makes a really nice catch in behind third base. One away.
Don't think it would have been fair, but that doesn't matter. It's still an out.
Jack Kibble coming to the plate. He's the shortstop for Shallow Lake. Looking to drive in a run here as his team is down by 4. Kibble batting 6th in the lineup. Runners at first and second for Shallow Lake. Fouled off.
Now batting number 14, Jack Cowell.
The name Kibble, certainly well known in northern fastball circles. His father Ken was an exceptional infielder, albeit a second baseman. Ken Kibble and Ryan Thompson were a double play tandem for a number of years for some pretty good ball teams. This is Ken's son Jack, who's looking at the pitcher Sean Demarest trying to start something for Shallow Lake with runners at first and second. Fouls that off.
Interesting, we haven't seen any double plays today yet. Which I'm going to say is probably a pretty rare occurrence in fastball. Unless you get a line drive hit to short or second.
Fouls it off to stay alive, and that stung. The catcher for New Hamburg is Matt Van de Wenneker, and that one stung. He's going to try and walk it off a little bit here.
One of the things that always amazed me when I'm watching the men, particularly in the ISCs, was the number of catchers who did not have a chest protector.
Mm-hmm. We've gone final in the game between Monroe, Newfoundland and Quebec. Final score there, 5-3 for Monroe.
Yep, we can see from here they're just shaking hands now.
So the Mariners, who are the defending champions, they start 1-0. We'll give you an update as we go along here during the break. Kibble is looking.
Strike three.
There's strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Demarest. And Derek Hartley, the third baseman who made that nice play to end the third inning, now has a chance to do something at the plate.
Number 27, Derek Hartley.
Shallow Lake is questioning something here. And we're making a switch. So Hartley, who is the pitcher, is going to come out from running at second. And he'll be replaced for speed of the game. Hartley remains the batter. 2 away, 2 on. Shallow Lake's biggest threat in the ball game here in the 4th. Called strike 1.
Interesting, he almost stepped back there out of the box. So the Mariners will be playing New Hamburg in their next game.
Strike 2. New Hamburg leading here by a score of 4-0. Shallow Lake really needing something to get on the board here to make it a tad closer. That Monroe Tavistock game will be played on Diamond number 2 tonight. Its scheduled starting time is 7:45. 2 strikes on Hartley. takes that one high. For Quebec, they fall to 0-1, and their next action is coming up very, very quickly. It'll be the next game on this diamond when they go against the Tavistock Merchants. Both teams will be 0-1. And there it is, strike three, 7th strikeout for Sean Demarest. So Shallow Lake gets another hit, but they do not score. They've got 2 hits in the ball game, both of them by their pitcher, Dre Howell. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning with the pitcher, Sean Demarest, due up for New Hamburg.
For Shallow Lake in the top half of the 4th inning, there were no runs, 1 hit, and 2 runners left on base. In the middle of the 4th inning, it's still New Hamburg 4, Shallow Lake 0.
So coincidentally, Bill, a pair of 5-3 games to open the tournament. A quick update of your standings, and it's very easy to do at this point, having played 2 finals and into game number 3. The defending champion Monroe Mariners out of Newfoundland and the Delisle Pride from Saskatchewan are both 1-0. The host team, the Tavistock Merchants, and the team representing Quebec, Équipe Quebec, are both 0-1. There are 7 teams in the tournament. That means that every team will play a true round robin of 6 games, 2 per day. 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, 2 games on Wednesday. The top 6 teams will advance to the playoff round on Thursday, and then based on how the playoffs unfold, the gold medal game is set to go on Friday. Pitcher Sean Demarest due up for the New Hamburg Mustangs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. His team leads it by a score of 4-0. Demarest 0 for 1 in the ball game. He struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Howell delivers, a little inside, a little low. Our next game on diamond number 2, scheduled to come up as we speak, scheduled for 5:30, but as always with a tournament, you get backed up. We'll have the Delisle Pride at 1-0 going against the Rostock Junior Batmen, making their debut. This is popped way up. Kibble seems to want it, and he scoops it in.
Wasn't pretty, but it did the job.
You kept wondering. We'll have to ask Jack about that, but he made a nice play to go back and get it. 1 away. Aiden Cloet now up for New Hamburg. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging to end the 1st inning. Howell with the delivery. Inside, ball 1. Still lots of fastball in front of us. We've played 2 games. This is game number 3. Game 4 set to start momentarily. Ground ball. Kibble is going to field it. Does he have enough zip to get it over there? No.
Good play, but I don't think the ball was hit hard enough to allow him to get the runner. It took seemingly forever to get there. The third baseman couldn't field it, so the shortstop had to go just a little bit deeper toward the grass. And
With 1 out, a runner on first.
good throw.
Yeah, good play at both ends, really.
Yep.
There wasn't much more that Jack Kibble could do than that, and made it very close, but an infield hit for Cloet. That brings Felix Bender to the plate, the number 9 hitter for New Hamburg. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ground ball to Derek Hartley to start the 2nd inning for New Hamburg. This is popped up and foul.
Guess he couldn't quite get there.
And with Derek Hartley, the third baseman, I don't think anything that's popped up on the left side, I think he's got a case. Made a great running play.
Just didn't pop up quite high enough for him to get under it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Plus it was spinning away.
We'll see if he tries the bunt again. Nope, squares up. Looked at it. Outside and low. 4-0, New Hamburg leads it. Bottom of the fourth inning here. Game number 3 in Softball Canada's U23 tournament here at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard in Kitchener. This one is lofted into center field, and it's going to drop.
Yep.
Puts runners at first and second as Cloet moves to second on the single. New Hamburg quite fortunate in this inning, Bill, in that 2 balls that weren't necessarily well struck have been struck well into the right spot, if you will.
Yep.
2 on, 1 away, top of the order. Here's Colby Ricketts, led off the bottom of the first inning with a solo home run to give New Hamburg the 1-0 lead. Can he pad to that lead? And for those that missed the home run by Ricketts, who takes strike 1, was there any doubt about it?
Oh, it was a monster.
Longest hit ball of the tournament. Loskowski for Delisle did hit a 3-run homer over the fence. Hammered through the infield by the first baseman, Pegalo, and that's going to score at least 1.
There we go. Now, the right fielder overran the ball.
Ricketts is going to end up at third. I'm going to give him a single, an error, and a fielder's choice.
That's the second time that a shallow lake outfielder has done it.
So that bumps our score to 6-0.
Now batting
We'll give 2 runs batted in generously to Colby Ricketts to give him a 3 RBI game. That brings Caden Eichler to the plate. Eichler is 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, struck out looking in the second. Here we are in the fourth with a 6-0 lead. It's a great visual at the ballpark when you watch the teams roaming. We've got a ball game here on just a beautiful diamond here in Kitchener at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard. But if you look out beyond right field and now center field, you can see the 2 teams that just finished playing making their way across. I think it's what, fastball moves along quickly. That game's done. Another one about to start. Swing and a miss.
One ball, 2 strikes.
So Delisle is playing Rostock over at number 2.
At number 2.
Yep.
Momentarily.
And then Quebec will be coming here to play Tavistock.
Tentatively set for 6:15. And again, it's fastball tournament, and your established times aren't necessarily set times. I think, as I said to Kurt Lachenbauer when I got here, that once the first pitch is thrown, all bets are off. All the planning that you can do, you don't know. There's got to be a good feeling for the organizing committee and for the volunteers to get it rolling. The park looks good, and that's kudos to the city of Kitchener, but also to the organizers. Decent crowds here on day number 1. I'm sure with 3 tournaments that'll get very, very active here at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard. This is lifted into center field.
Should be a can of corn. Yep.
Nice catch by Reese
However,
Martin.
It's going to score the runner from third.
So a sacrifice fly. Reese Martin will get it. That's the RBI for Eichler, and it's now 7-0. Ben Dom, who has been a thorn in Shallow Lake's side here today, coming to the plate. 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. 7-0 for New Hamburg here in the fourth.
I don't think there's any question, Fred, that the work is in the planning.
Fouled off.
Once the tournament starts, it's in the hands of the players and the umpires and the weatherman. But the planners, all of the people who have worked for, in this case, with these 3 tournaments, months, figuring out what's going to happen, who's coming. There's one going up the middle.
So Dom is 3 for 3 in the ball game. Singled in the first, singled in the third, singled here in the fourth. Scored in the first, scored in the third, and with his team leading 7-0.
He's on it.
Coming to bat, number
So Dom is
65,
going to come out for a
Christner.
runner.
So all the planning, all the meetings and everything like that, when it starts, everybody makes sure that the tents are put up and they're not going to fall down. And the guys that are going to be announcing show up. And but then it runs itself. It just rolls along nicely.
Now running at first base.
So for New Hamburg, this is Noah Gilchrist at first base. I'm not sure if he's in there just to run or if Dom's day is done. This is one of the other intricacies of fastball, softball Canada play, is the re-entry rules.
Yep.
So Noah Gilchrist is at first base. Cohen Christner,
Going to be at second in a second.
I'm going to say pass ball.
That's a pass ball, yep.
So New Hamburg has another runner in scoring position. There's 2 away here in the inning. Christner on the ball game, 1 for 1, singled and scored in the first, RBI sacrifice fly in the third. Grounds it to third. Hartley again with the strong arm.
Whoa.
Bounces it. Oh, man.
Oh my.
Well, that's disappointing because Derek Hartley has made some pretty good plays at third base and has also exhibited a strong arm, but in that case, he bounced it. So now we've got an 8-0 game. 4 runs here in the 4th inning. And a runner at second, and do we have another change? Oh, no, just a change of equipment.
That's tough on the pitcher.
Yeah. And in this inning, to be fair, there was an error in right field and an error at third base.
Yep.
And they were physical errors. The saying is that you can't overcome mental errors, but physical errors may have torpedoed Shallow Lake here in this 4th inning. 8-0 New Hamburg. The batter is Matt Van de Weineker. Doubled to score 2 in the 1st inning. Bounced back to Dre Howell in the 3rd inning. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Runner at second is Cohen Christner. Ball 2. Van de Weineker is the 8th man to come to the plate for New Hamburg here in this 4th inning. That's high ball 3. Things can sometimes compound on you, can't they, Bill?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they say hitting is contagious, but the other thing that's contagious is mistakes. And everybody gets a little bit nervous, and
Yeah.
I mean they're standing out there right now knowing full well they should be in the dugout.
By my count, that's 4 errors for Shallow Lake in the ball game.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be overly critical as Van de Weineker walks.
Can't do it.
But
you just can't do that.
You've got an error at third, an error at short, an error in left, and an error in right field. Sam Diamond is to the plate and now running for New Hamburg.
55.
Where are we? 55 is Noah Gilchrist. So he's already run once, and he's back in again.
Yeah.
This guy must be a track star.
Yeah.
Hit into left field,
It's going to drop.
and that'll score another run. Single and an RBI for Sam Diamond. Van de Weineker goes to second. Christner scores, and that's 5 in the inning. And again, as we've said, outside of the home run by Colby Ricketts, has Howell been really hammered? in this game.
Well, that one right there is a chip shot that was out of the shortstop's reach. Not far enough for the left fielder.
10th batter in the inning. This is Demarest for the second time. He popped up to Kibble, who made a really nice play for the first out. Now we have a discussion in the Shallow Lake pitching circle.
The late Tom Cheek used to say, Fred, it's a good thing you're having bad luck, or you wouldn't have any luck at all. And that last little chip shot to left field, that's a little bit emblematic of what's happened in this inning.
Yeah, no question. Got the first man out on a pop-up to Jack Kibble, followed by an infield hit that wasn't hit very hard. Single, and a two-base error. Sacrifice fly for a run. Single, error at third. This is fouled away. Walk, and another single for an RBI.
Yep.
So a 4-0 lead that was comfortable is now extremely comfortable at 9-0.
Yep.
Sean Demarest at the plate. He's pitching a shutout for New Hamburg. Swing and a miss. Runner at first is shortstop Sam Diamond. Runner at second is the catcher, or would have been Matt Vanderweineker, but that's Noah Gilchrist who's replacing him. Gilchrist has scored once in this inning, running for somebody else. Can Howell end this inning? Fouled off.
His nickname is Wheels.
Demarest at the plate for the second time this inning. New Hamburg in the dark uniforms, leading Shallow Lake 9-0 here in game number 3. Fouls it off again. Making his counterpart pitch. Maybe a little bit of payback since Howell's the only one that's been able to hit Demarest. Fouls it off again.
Going off his foot.
For Shallow Lake offensively, they have 2 hits in the ball game. A single by Dre Howell and a double by Dre Howell.
Throwing a lot of pitches.
We want to thank CCDTV. They're bringing you the live stream of these games. I know for people watching for Shallow Lake today, not a great start, but it's a long tournament. That's low for a ball. And for those of you watching who are rooting for the New Hamburg Mustangs or have an interest in the Mustangs, this is a pretty impressive start to the tournament.
It is that.
Our first 2 games were 5-3 verdicts, both very tight. Both were comeback victories. Swing and a miss, and there's the inning.
And a big deep breath, I'm sure, by the Shallow Lake team as they come off the field.
For Dre Howell, that's 6 strikeouts over 4 innings. For New Hamburg, they got 5 runs that inning to go up 9-0. By my count, they had 3, 4, 5 hits. So they've got 10 hits off of Howell. Top of the 5th inning, 9-0. And again, this is something that I'm going to need some schooling on as well, Bill, is what is the mercy rule? I believe that it would be 7 after 5, but I might stand to be corrected on that. Oh, sure, a broadcast professional should know all of this stuff, but I was a little tardy getting to the ballpark today. Want to thank the
Kitchener. The definition of a professional, by the way, Fred, is someone who's getting paid. So we have an out.
All right. So you're watching a very unprofessional broadcast team. The CCDTV people, they're pretty good.
But I have to say, how can you have this much fun for nothing?
Yeah. No. We encourage everyone to come and see us. I'm sure the first two ball games were great entertainment.
They were excellent. Excellent.
You might not want to watch a 9-0 game, and again, I know this has got to be tough for the Shallow Lake fans. Not sure what our delay is here. Okay. Just another note coming in on my text line on my precious phone. So 7 runs after 5 innings is the mercy rule. 10 runs after 4 innings is the mercy rule. So this might be what the debate is. Is it 9-0 or is it 10-0? If you ask me, it is 9-0.
7 after 5.
For New Hamburg in
10
bottom
after
half of
4.
the
Is that
fourth
what you
inning,
said? Seven run difference after 5 innings.
Error, there were 2 runners left
So
on base.
if New Hamburg and Sean Demarest can retire the side here, that will be our ball game.
It should be.
Isaac McGinnis is hoping that's not the case as he steps in for Shallow Lake. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Takes a ball. It's funny what you forget. I'm trying to think when the last time I did a Softball Canada tournament was. Obviously before COVID. This one is launched.
I'll say. And it is off the fence.
So
And it's
Isaac
gonna be a
McGinnis
triple.
has wrapped it. A leadoff triple for Isaac McGinnis. So Shallow Lake needs 3 runs this inning to keep the game alive. Ty Franklin is the batter. Ty is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out to the pitcher on a bunt. See, the Quebec team has made their way to the diamond. They'll be coming up next against the host team from Tavistock.
Now batting number 13, Ty Franklin.
That said, with this kind of a lead, if I'm the pitcher, let's see what he does here.
Game number 4 in the tournament is now underway. Top of the first inning, Rostock is batting. The junior batman scoreless against Delisle. That's on Diamond 2. Called strike.
So I'm going to say, if I'm the pitcher, I'm firing that ball right down the middle. Now maybe his coach with a 9-0 lead.
7 strikeouts in the ball game for Demarest. 7 of 12 outs have been placed via the strikeout. That's outside. All the other outs have been contained in the infield. Pop up to first, bunt, pitcher to second baseman to first, shortstop to first, pop out to Diamond at shortstop. So 7 strikeouts and 5 infields. Shallow Lake has 3 hits in the ball game, a single, a double, and a triple. Triple is at third with nobody out. Demarest fires, fouled off. Franklin looking for a little green. Make things just a little greener for Shallow Lake. Batter timeout.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Demarest looking to set down the first of the inning. Franklin looking to knock in McGinnis. And that's fouled away. So Franklin will not go quietly. Little bit of shoe repair for Sean Demarest, the pitcher for the New Hamburg Mustangs. Are we out of balls?
I don't recall any going out behind us. In this.
One is coming back in now from right field. The umpire is going to examine it to make sure that it's simpatico.
Here's one here, Fred.
Okay.
Just in case. We'll open the window here and say, here it comes, guys.
Yeah. Is that a Rawlings softball?
It is a Wilson.
A Wilson.
Are they using Rawlings for the tournament?
Thought I saw Rawlings. I better be careful with that.
Yeah.
Ball 4.
We have to be careful what we say, otherwise they'll dock our pay.
Reese Martin comes to the plate for Shallow Lake, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out looking in the first. Grounded out to the second baseman for New Hamburg. Grounding it out to Ben Dom. Dom, for his part, for New Hamburg's had a very terrific day. 3 for 3, 3 singles, 3 runs scored. He's been a third of the scoring offense for New Hamburg in this ball game. Again, games going concurrently here at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard. Demarest sets. Fires a ball. Two on, runners at first and third for Shallow Lake. They're down by 9, looking to extend the game with 3 runs this inning. And now Demarest having some difficulties with the strike zone.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated with himself. He's maybe can't stand prosperity here.
Very quickly falls behind. Ty Franklin is at first. Isaac McGinnis at third. Nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. New Hamburg with the huge lead, and the rips one in there for a strike. Triple for Isaac McGinnis. Base on balls for Ty Franklin. Reese Martin looking to extend the inning. Grounds it, foul.
Yeah.
And there's 2 strikes.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Fouled it off. In the top of the 1st inning, the Bostock junior batman did not score. And so Delisle Pride coming to the plate in the bottom of the 1st in a scoreless game. That's game number 4 in the U23 tournament. First appearance for Rostock on the day. Delisle, as we mentioned, 1-0 after that thrilling come-from-behind walk-off win.
Boy.
Back-to-back walks. Demarest hadn't walked any, or he'd only walked a couple before this. So the bases are loaded for Shallow Lake. The catcher, Lander Hartley, is up. Nobody out, 3 on. 9-0 lead for New Hamburg, who suddenly find themselves having some difficulty. There's a ball. You throw 36 more balls, and this game's tied. All right, leaning back is Demerit. Swing through by Hartley.
As the old saying goes, the tying run is on the bench.
Very curious that Demarest really mowed through Shallow Lake by and large, giving up just the 2 hits, as Hartley follows this one way up and way out of play.
Yeah.
Just the 2 hits to this inning, and then a leadoff triple, and then back-to-back walks have loaded the bases for the Sting.
Yeah.
2 strikes on Lander Hartley. Demarest has struck out 7 in the ballgame, struck out Hartley looking in the first. Tight. I think Hartley wanted it. Hartley calls timeout. One of 2 Hartleys in the ballgame for Shallow Lake, the other being third baseman Derek Hartley. Lander Hartley stands in, 0 for 2. Called strike 3. 8 strikeouts. That's 8 strikeouts on the game for Demarest. Second time that he's got Hartley, second time that he's been looking. That brings Dre Howell to the plate. Howell with a single and a double in the game. He's 2 for 2. This could be an extending moment. Swing and a miss.
He took a full rip at that, that's for sure.
Howell singled in the first inning, doubled in the fourth. Was left stranded in both cases. Checked a swing. In the first, he singled with 2 out. In the fourth, he doubled to lead off the inning. Now he comes to the plate in the fifth with the bases loaded and 1 out. His team down by 9, facing elimination or defeat in this game unless they put some runs on the board. Howell swings through on that one. So Demarest has 2 strikes here, Bill.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On 2 good pitches. 2 low pitches.
Dre Howell trying to put some runs on the board for his team to help his own cause. He's done his best both offensively, and the game he's pitched hasn't been bad whatsoever. Ninth strikeout of the game for Sean Demarest, 2 away. Jackson Pegalo comes to the plate for Shallow Lake. Pegalo 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first, walked in the fourth. Four walks in the game for Sean Demarest.
Seems to be finding a groove now, Fred.
One of them was the illegal pitch walk. 2 away, Jackson Pegalo, the last hope for Shallow Lake. Down by 9, 2 away. That's outside. The old cliche, walks as good as a hit. That counts. Update from Diamond 2, Delisle has scored in the first inning. They lead 1-0. Ball outside. The Pride, who are 1-0, are batting in the bottom of the first inning with a runner on third, leading 1-0. Well, Jackson Pegalo is on the verge of an RBI if he uses a good eye.
That's right.
That's zipped in for a strike.
And we got a full count.
I think Jackson was taking all the way.
I think so.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Payoff pitch in game number 3. Shallow Lake at the plate, trailing 9-0. Facing a mercy loss here. Ground ball, that'll go to the first baseman. Flips to the second baseman, and that's your ball game. Final score in the ball game, Bill. The New Hamburg Mustangs win it by a score of 9-0. New Hamburg, 9 runs on 10 hits. For Shallow Lake, no runs. They had 3 hits. Your thoughts on game number 3?
Well, my thoughts are that the score isn't indicative of New Hamburg's play insofar as they were far and away the better team in this game. The score, if anybody had been listening or watching, they would have realized that Shallow Lake just didn't play well, period.
And hopefully, Bill, there's better things ahead for Shallow Lake.
Yeah.
Just to give you an update, for New Hamburg with the win at 1-0, they will meet the Monroe Mariners, the defending champions, at 7:45 tonight at Diamond 2 at Peter Hallman. Both of those teams 1-0. Shallow Lake will be back here for an 8:15 scheduled start against the Rostock Batmen. The Batmen are trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning against the Delisle Pride, who are looking to go to 2-0. Bill, thanks for all your help this afternoon, and look forward to having you through the course. We want to thank Kitchener Fastball Promotions for all they've done, and also CCDTV, who are bringing you the live stream. You're watching Softball Canada and the U23 Championships here at the Peter Hallman Ball Yard in Kitchener.